Hey guys, you are watching Daniel and Gian react. I am Gian Perez.
And I'm Daniel. I guess I interrupted. Go ahead and restart.
Interrupted baby Gian Perez. And today we are going to check out Go Back to Your Own Country by Ankita Shah and Ramnik Singh. The reason why we're doing this is because Anirban Giri, one of our subscribers, left, I'm going to say probably the best comment on our Zero, was it that naming trailer? Is that what they called it?
The announcement. It's a teaser. I got in an argument with someone about it. It's a teaser. It was a teaser.
And we asked you guys in that video to come up with a scenario about what Zero is about, and whoever came up with the best scenario would get to choose a reaction video. And Anirban went pretty into detail, and here's how it starts. Entry of SRK, song. Entry of Katrina, song. They fall in love, song. Turns out Tiger's into high, the Salman cameo. Katrina and Salman get back together. Also, how can a dwarf and a hot girl be together? Being racist. I don't know if that's racist, unless you're watching Lord of the Rings and you're like the race of dwarves, but that's okay. Heartbreaking song. Turns out Salman wants to stay a virgin. Heartbreaking song. I guess it really hurts our feelings that Salman doesn't want to have sex with Katrina. SRK and Katrina get back together. Happy song. The end. It's a lot of songs in your scenario, and I love it. Good job.
Yeah, so now we're going to do the video that you selected.
Do the video selected. But before we do that, you know what time it is. Time to hit that subscribe button, because 75.1% of you are watching this video and aren't subscribed. What are you waiting for? We need to hit 10K subs so that we can do all the crazy, amazing stuff that 10K subs allows you to do on YouTube. And you can help us. Doesn't cost you a thing. Just a little click of the button. And if you want to get notifications, ring the bell after hitting subscribe. But without further ado, oh, you want Daniel to hold you? Here, see. You slap me in the face.
राशन की लंबी लाइन में प्राणनाथ खड़ा रहता है इत्मीनान बांधे अपनी बारी आने पर फिर से ये सुनने के राशन खत्म हो गया है कल आना अच्छे लोग हैं मुंह पर ये नहीं कहते कि तुम्हारे लिए राशन नहीं है जाओ भूखे मरो
In Aleppo, the schools and hospitals Munir Khaltoum built have turned into ruins. His $60,000 a year has plunged to $4,000 from pushing cloth to sewing machines, even though he can build structures about 50 times bigger than what he now lives in. He settles for much less than what he deserves.
For he must not steal jobs in a refuge country.
ये
मेरा घर है मैं से क्यों छोड़ूं ईशान ने आखिरी बार अपने बाबा के मुंह से यही सुना था और बस शहर बदल गया बाबा साथ नहीं आए उसे इस बात का भी मलाल है कि जम्मू में से शिकारे नहीं दिखते डल के पानी में ढलते सूरज की लंबी सुर्ख लकीर नहीं दिखती
7-year-old Dania lies mutilated in a hospital bed, several miles away from a home that one night fell like a deck of cards.
That is a depressing ass
came
poem.
off the sky like a disoriented but determined shooting star, and the walls came crashing down upon her cousins, uncle, aunt. Seconds before their final draw of breath, they are failing of heart. She wants to walk to a home that does not devour Abu and Ammi, but she is terrified. She thinks all walls are about to crumble and all roofs are about to fall.
छोटी तो अब समझदार हो गई है घर जाने की जिद नहीं करती रोती नहीं है दिन भर दरवाजे पर बैठकर यही सोचती रहती कि सारे चिनार कहां चले गए
Where is home? The atlas shows a spring that has lasted 6 winters, the ice melting, our government's assassinating opinions, our leaders regressing. It shows us in vast blue oceans of irony, cutting holes in other boats when our own is sinking.
पर सरकार ये सरकार वो करते करते हम भूल जाते हैं हम अपनी नाकामियां भूल जाते हैं हम भूल जाते हैं कि हमने भी अपने अपने घरों में एक मुल्क बना रखा है जिसकी सरहदें हैं जिसके दुश्मन हैं जिसे बाहर के लोगों से खतरा है हम भूल जाते हैं कि हमने अपनी इंसानियत के दायरे अपने मकान की चार दीवारी की तरह बहुत छोटे कर लिए
We live in pseudo-democracies where we aren't represented by the state is represented by you and me, and we
It's a depressing
go on
poem,
pretending, succumbing, adjusting. Kitna कुछ है जो हम मान ले।
जानने की कोशिश किए बिना हमको बचपन में सिखाया जाता था कि कोई किसी के हिस्से का दाना नहीं खाता है। फिर कौन है लोग जिन्होंने हमें डरा दिया, सिखा दिया कि वो हमारी नौकरी ले जाएंगे, हमारी जमीन खा जाएंगे, उस सब के लिए जो हमारा है ही नहीं, हमको हम ही से लड़ा दिया, हमको कोई और बना दिया।
Who taught us to draw political maps on the faces of people that enter our countries? Who taught us that there are only 196 kinds of people? Because there are 196 countries. We're all one earthquake, one civil cry short of becoming refugees, and that speaks a lot about the fault lines under our own democracy.
And look at our audacity to say, go back to your own country. प्राणनाथ जम्मू के किसी स्कूल में अब बच्चों को यही सिखाता है कि जमीन के नीचे सरहदें नहीं होती,
मुल्क नहीं होते,
वतन नहीं होते,
फिरके नहीं होते,
जिंदाबाद मुर्दाबाद नहीं होता, और जरूरी नहीं है कि इस सब की समझ जमीन के नीचे जाकर ही आए।
Keep it going for Ramneek and Ankita, guys. Amazing.
Well, that was definitely the tone shifter from. You want to take your son back? Definitely the tone shifter from what we started the video, you know, as a joke and lighthearted comment and everything like that. I didn't really get to read the last text because of the glare on your laptop. But was he a refugee or was it just I didn't.
No, I think he was talking about the Syrian refugees, and then he talked about Kashmiri.
Okay, I
refugees.
didn't see it. The glare.
One of them became a school teacher or something like that. Like a person from Kashmir came to school too. But I think it's. I mean, we have a lot of people here in this country. Not a lot. I want to say the country's divided when it comes to letting in refugees, especially from Muslim countries, because the association with terrorism that people assume.
Which is stupid.
But at the same time, I feel like I don't think the U.S. keeps people out the way that other countries do, and it's like I think it's interesting to kind of look on and like reflect on how things here aren't as bad as some people think they are. You know, like we're not as anti-immigrant as people.
I think publicly. I think if you look at our leaders, you look at Trump, you look at things like the face of the nation.
Yeah,
it makes it look like it.
I think there's a campaign that definitely that's part of what got Trump elected was him with this anti-immigrant campaign. But funny enough, speaking of Trump, did you hear about the Supreme Court
blocking?
Yeah, because of a tweet he put out saying that he was pro DACA.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
So
his tweets bit him in the ass.
His tweets bit him in the ass. The tweet literally says like, you know, why would we want to deport all these hardworking people?
That's
you know?
hilarious.
Yeah.
Well, see, that's social media. I mean, that's good. I think that's, you know, it's important. I think what you were saying though, in terms of like, it's not as bad as people think it is. I think you were talking about, and I just want to clarify, more of like on a citizen level. Like not in terms of government or like political decision making policy,
the American
like in terms of the American people, because they don't know. I feel like our country is so diverse, and a lot of countries are. I feel like a lot of countries are diverse, especially like when you get into like heavy city areas and stuff like that.
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
America's not the only diverse nation in the world, but we're so inundated with like different cultures that if we go to a grocery store and we see someone who is brown, black, whatever, we just assume, well, at least me, I assume they're American.
Yeah.
Unless they're Mexican. Then I assume that they're illegal and they're not from this country. But that's because we live in LA.
Well, that's also
a 35
That's
million
also a wardrobe thing. You can tell. You know.
I'm making a joke. I'm making a joke.
When the guy's wearing like construction jeans and a big ass belt buckle and a cowboy hat, you know.
He might not be an American.
He might not be American.
But I all jokes aside,
he's got old English on his like truck, like on the back window, rear window.
It says Toyota, but it only has the O and the Y. But you know, I'm making a joke, but in all seriousness, you know, when I look at people, and I know when other people look at other people, no one sees, oh, you need to go back to your own country.
Right.
And unless things get heated, you know. After 9/11, obviously some things went down that probably shouldn't have gone down, but that's what happens when you don't know how to deal with anger and frustration and all that other stuff. It's very easy.
I feel like even then, like the stuff that the anti-immigrant, anti-Muslim stuff that happened pales in comparison to what happens in other countries.
I would wholeheartedly
You
agree.
know, like after the Charlie Hebdo shootings, there's French people going out lynching motherfuckers.
And and the thing is, I feel like white Americans are really what's the problem. And what I mean by that is not all white Americans. That's a blanket statement. I'm talking about when you talk about mass shootings, when you talk about people going to mosques and shooting people and shooting up churches or whatever, those are white guys going and doing that for various reasons, you know. And but you know, it's I say all that to say it's not very easy to just blanket someone and say, oh, it's all white people. No, it's everybody, and I think that's what it was saying. You know, to bring it back to this video.
Well, there's 196 countries, but we're not 190 different kinds of people. 196 different.
19600.
196 to quote the.
196, yeah. But the thing is, it's just like, and I've been saying this for I don't know how many months now. You know, we're Earthlings, we're humans, and sometimes I wish that was like the way you could just leave it at that.
Well, I think it's gonna, you know, maybe we need an attack from the aliens.
From the aliens.
And Independence Day.
I mean,
you know.
I said when in high school, I remember we were talking. It was a history class, and the topic was about history repeating itself and American history, and the question was, how do you stop this from happening again? How do you stop another Hitler? How do you stop another whatever? Like, how do you just stop this continuous wheel? And I said, asteroid attack, like some sort of huge asteroid, some sort of alien invasion, and everyone was laughing and stuff, right? And I'm like, no. Think about 9/11, President American. Think about how like unified we were. Or think about the hurricanes in Texas, not Puerto Rico, because Americans don't care about Puerto Ricans, but you know the Houston hurricane. You know, everyone was there. They had UFC fighters going down there helping out. Everyone wanted to help these people out. The fires, you know, when it got into the rich people, that's when the fires got put out. But I mean, like
immediately.
Yeah, but I mean,
in 24 hours.
But you have mudslides. We had a huge rainstorm. Well, huge by California standards. That was like one night, and all that dried ash basically just turned into huge mud slush, killed some people. I mean, so it's like, and people were coming together for that, and so. It's the disasters that bring us closer together.
Yeah.
And it sucks because you don't want to die. You don't want to be in a Las Vegas shooting where you're going to enjoy music and you're going to get rained down upon.
No, you don't want other people to die either, but I feel like catastrophes.
But that kind of like helps out.
Tragedies are what like kind of unites people, you know, and I think something that unifies an us versus them kind of deal with like us versus, you know.
Us as us. That's it.
Versus the guys that are hiding in Mars right now.
Just us.
And then it'll last for like 10 years, and then we'll go right back.
And then we'll go right back because someone has
unless we don't defeat the aliens the
and
first
then we
time.
become or it's monkeys.
Planet of the Apes. If Planet of the Apes happens, that'll probably unite us too.
That's one of my favorite movie series of the last 5 or 6 years, and every once in a while I look at an ape and I'm like, man, if that monkey just got smart, he could just because neither. Us two together could not kill one silverback gorilla.
Not with our hands, no. We need weapons.
Weapons.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, you need to have the draw on him for whatever a spear type thing, so you can hit him from like 15 feet away. But, I mean, it would take a whole family to take down
Daniel,
one.
I think I could mess a silverback gorilla up.
You think you could take, Harambe? You could have taken Harambe?
I think I wouldn't need to shot Harambe. I'd have knocked that fool out.
You wouldn't need to. If it was Baby G
these
down there,
guns
you
right
would
there.
just jump down. I don't know, man. I look at silverbacks and I'm just like, geez, I'm so glad I'm not at the other end of whatever, you know, or any big animal, a lion, like.
Well, you know, even chimpanzees are like super strong. Rip your arms off.
I remember there was a story in one of my psychology classes, and this lady. Took a chimp home from a baby, you know, like one of the little hangover monkeys.
Yeah.
That's what she thought it was going to be, like one of those small monkeys, but it was a baby chimp. And then it grew up, became a teenager, and then he would get angry all the time because he was becoming like an adult, right? All these hormones, and he just wants to have sex with everything. So she would feed him like antidepressant drugs.
Oh my God.
To try to like calm him down. And it worked for a little bit, but it's a monkey. And eventually it just snapped freaking ripped her arms off. I think it like ripped her face off, killed the cop. Like, or no, I think it ripped her arms off. The cops were called, and then the monkey ripped the cop's door off before they shot it. But it's just, but I'm just saying though.
Yeah.
You give those monkeys some intelligence. A lot of people are going to be dying at the hands of monkeys and
Gotta
gorillas.
watch out for them monkeys.
I'm just saying.
We should just wipe them all out now.
Would you tell them to get back to their own country? Would you send the monkeys back
You need to go back to the jungle you came from.
or would you let them assimilate?
Monkeys?
Yeah.
Nah, I ain't fucking with no monkeys.
So if we did reaction, like say some monkeys did some reaction, like they started making their own movie, you wouldn't do a reaction video to their?
No, I'd be racist against monkeys.
You heard it here first, folks.
I'd treat those monkeys like the orcs in Bright.
That is so. I love monkeys. I love Coco the gorilla. So, you know, if you guys ever take over, I'm your guy.
Coco was a sellout. Anyways, that's gonna do it, folks. Thanks for watching. You know the drill. Smash that like button, hit the subscribe, and then ring the bell. Leave comments.
Thanks for this video, by the way.
Yeah,
I know we're making jokes, but
and thanks for completely ruining my mood for today.
it's a serious matter, and,
No, it
and
is.
this was nice.
And is this is the first time we hear of this channel? Is this something you want us to check out more of these poems and stuff?
Gian loves poetry.
I love it. I used to do poetry slams.
Did you really?
Never.
Oh.
Not once.
Okay, I didn't think so. I was like, what? Wow.
All right, guys. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.